Welcome back to Low Stress Math with Mrs. Bono. And I appear to be a little blurry today, sorry about that. We are reviewing functions and linear relationships. So let's get started. First, let's read. What is the equation of the line that passes through this point? Here's the thing. It might be more than one of these because this is just review. But this is another way of saying check this point in both of these in all four of these equations. So when you do it, it's going to be 5 is the x and 8 is the y. So it's going to be 8 equals 5 over 2 times 5 minus 2. Well, let's see. I can tell you already it's not going to work. Because 5 times 5 is 25, and 25 divided by 2 is 12.5, minus 2 is 10.5. But that's just my head doing that. I could do this part on the calculator. 5 over 2, get off the fraction, times 5. Well, it would help if I used the right number there, yeah. Times 5 minus 2. No, that's what I wrote, and that has to equal 8, which it totally does not. It equals 10.5. These are not equal. So this is not the equation. But now I do the same thing here. 8 is y equals 7 over 2 times 5 minus 2. Again, 7 times 5 is 35, divided by 2 is going to give me a fraction answer. So I can do it on the calculator. 7 over 2 times 5 minus 2. Wait, did I just use, yeah. I thought I meant to use the wrong equation. There we go. 31 over 2, yeah, 15.5. That's not going to work. That's no good. So also, not the equation. Not the equation. Now I'm going to try here. 8 equals 2 times 5 minus 2. Oh, wait, this is going to work. 8 equals 2 times 5 is 10, minus 2. 10 minus 2 is 8. This one worked. Yay! Let's see if this one works too, though. Sometimes you have to check. So 8 equals 6 times 5 minus 2. 6 times 5 is 30. So 8 equals 30 minus 2. Yeah, that's not going to work either. That's no good. So it's definitely C. So all that is a way of telling you to check to see if the point is on the line. And whichever one, that's the, so that's not the equation, that's not the equation, that's not the equation. Only C worked. Okay, let's take a look at this. Which table does not show a linear relationship? Ha. So remember we talked about the change in y over the change in x? This is so 7th grade. I'll make this a little bigger so you could see it. So, to get from 5 to negative 5, you subtract 10. To get from negative 5 to negative 13, you subtract 8. To get from negative 13 to negative 21, you say, oh, I don't know what that is. Oh, darn. Negative 21 minus negative 13 is negative 8. That's good, okay. And on this side, from negative 2 to positive 3 is 5. From 3 to 7, 4, 5, 6, 7, at least 4. And from 7 to 11 is 3. This is not the same rate of change. When it's not the same rate of change, it's not a line. So let's try this. Negative 10 over 5, that's actually equal to negative 2. Negative 8 over 4, oh, that's also equal to negative 2. It's this last one, -8/3. That's not equal to those. That one's no good. So this does not show a linear pattern. That's no good. That A is no good. How about this one? I'm going to do a different color. See, 4 to 6, 2. 6 to 7, 1. 7 to 10, 3. -3 to -1, 2. -1 to 1, wait. -3. Yeah, you had 2. -1 to 1, I think you had 2 there too. -1 minus 1 is 2, yeah. And 1 to 3, 2. Oh, golly, this is not linear either, because 2/2 is not equal to 1/2, is not equal to 3/2. So that's no good. That's not a line. All right, let's look at this one. -4 to -1 is 3, 3, 3. I'm adding 3. And on this side, you know what? I need another color. This is not working for me. This is 1. This is 1. It's 1. And it's always y over x, because remember, y is the rise over the run. Rise over run, y over x. Look, they're all the same number. They're equal. 3/1 is equal to 3/1 is equal to 3/1. They're the same number, so this one is good. This is good. Which does not show a pattern. This is not, this is not, this is showing. We have to talk about these directions. Oh, no. Let's try this one. Oh, I think this one's going to work, too. This is the y. The rise is 10, 10, 10. You're adding 10 for each of these. This is 2, 2, 2. So they're all 10/2. 10/2 is equal to 10/2 is equal to 10/2. Those are all the same. So this one works also. So let's make sure we answer the question, which does not show a pattern. In order to be linear, these have to be equal. So which are the correct answers? A and B. A and B. And just so you know, I didn't put this on the test. I just wanted to review it. The gas tank of a car holds 16 gallons. That's good. The car travels 75 miles on 4 gallons. That's nice. If the gas tank is full at the beginning of the trip, which represents the rate of change in the amount of gas? So as you drive, is gas going up or gas going down? That's the thing. If you're driving, gas is going to go down. So it cannot be this, but it could be that because the gas is going down. And it can't be this. It could be this, but it can't be this one because the gas has to go down. So it can only be one of these two. They both start at 16, which is good, but then it says 75 miles on 4 gallons. Okay, so that means that if I go to 75, 30, 60, 80, 75 is going to be over here. It has to be 4 gallons. Okay, so that's saying 80 is 4 gallons. And what's this one? 75 would be right here, and that would be it. Which one do you think has the answer? Well, neither one of them to me, but this one seems to be closer. So I'm going to say this one. I don't know for sure. I think they're both wrong. It bothers me, but that one is closer. Which diagram represents a function? Ha! This is the vertical line test. Remember the vertical line test? Vertical line test. So that means I can trace vertical lines. Oh, look, when it hits more than one part of the graph, it's no good. So this one, no good. So this one, if I draw vertical lines, it only hits once. You see how it's only hitting the graph once? Remember, the graph is this. The background is a grid. The graph is the backwards S. The background is a grid. So it's only hitting the graph once. That's a function. So wait, look, it hits it twice, not a function. And this one, remember the x's cannot repeat. So if you can't see it here, you have x and y. These are the x's, these are the y's. 3 to -2, okay. 1 to 0, that's okay. But this one is 0 to -1 and 0 to 0. So this one, not a function. Because look, it has 2 lines coming out of the same number. No good. Based on the following 2 functions, which statement is correct? Rate of change is a slope. So this one has a slope of 4. Rate of change is the slope, and that's 4. Rate of change is the slope, and on this equation, it's 4. But now I have to find it on this equation. So what does that mean? I'm looking to see how much this goes up, because this is 1, 3, 4, 6. This is going up by 2, went up by 1, went up by 2. So 5 to 13, 5 is 8. 13 to 17 is 4. And 17 to 25 is 8. So this one is 8 over 2, 4 over 1, 8 over 2. Because it's the change in y over the change in x. So this is the rise over the run. Wait a second. These all equal 4. Rate of change, 4. Rate of change, slope, 4. It's not great, it's not great. They're equal for both functions. Bingo. All right. Phew. Now these you have to actually think. Use the graph below and describe the speed of the car. Okay, this is time. I start at 50 and I'm slowing down to 25. Ha. So from 0 to 5, it's slowing down. So 0 to 5 slows from what? 45 to 25? From 45 to 25. Okay. From 5 to 10. 5 to 10. What's happening there? Staying at 25. Stays at 25. From 10 to 15, that's slowing down again and stops. Slows to a stop. And don't stress this one because I took it off the test. Okay. This, however, is definitely on the test. For each equation, write the slope and y-intercept. Y equals, mx plus or minus b. Remember, m is the slope, so this is 3 over 4. And the y-intercept is the b, -6. Slope. Oh, look at what they did here. Sneaky, sneaky. The slope is what's next to the x. The m is always next to the x. -2. So that means the 7 has to be the y-intercept. Oh, that's a sneaky one. I don't like that one. Okay, domain is the x values, range is the y values. So the domain is going to be, get out of here, you. Stop rolling into me. Here we go. X values. That's the first one. So the domain, remember, it's going to be in those curly brackets, -5, -3, 0, 1, 2, 6, 8. And even though it's repeated, you only write it once. And the range, come here, let's do range in red. Here we go, y, y, y. All the second values are the y's. And that's the range. So my range, I'm even going to write that here, range equals, and this was the domain. Domain is input, the first numbers, and range is output. So domain is, well, you're supposed to do it from smallest to largest, and my smallest number here is -2. And then, oh, no other negative numbers, 0. 0's here, so I did -2, I did 0. What's next? Here's another -2. 1. 1. 0, 2, no, but there is a 3. 3. 4 and 7. 4 and 7. Okay, that's better. Oh, please notice when I crossed those out, I didn't make it so I couldn't read the number. I just put one little line through it. That way I knew I used it, but I didn't make a mess out of it. So my domain is the input, the range is the output. So domain, input, or the x values, and the range is the output, or the y values. Professor Octavius says this relation is also a function. Professor Octavius is wrong. And how do I know that? Because if any of the x values repeat, and look here, that repeats. Explain why he's wrong? Okay. Pro-O, or Professor Octavius, why do I know that name? I don't know. Professor Octavius is wrong because, remember, explain means you need the word because. He's wrong because an x value repeats. So he's wrong because an x value repeats. Yeah, the x is twice. Okay, so that's all you need. You don't even have to tell him which x value, you just have to say an x value repeats. Okie dokie doodle. What is the slope and y-intercept for this equation? Okay, you take your yellow line and you go down here and you come down here, and where it intersects, so here's 0, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, b equals -5. So my y-intercept, b equals -5. And now the rise over run. Slope, rise over run, m. And I'm rising, oh, these are a lot of good points on here. Doesn't matter which ones I pick. So I rise, let's see, wait a second, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I rise 1, 2, 3, and I run 1, 2, 3. So rise 3, run 3, except for one thing. When you turn left, it's negative. So my rise over run is 3 over -3, which is -1. So m equals -1. Equation. Y equals mx plus or minus b. So I have y equals, now that's -1, and I could put that there, -1, or I could just write -x, which is a better way to do it. And then, is it plus or minus b? It's minus b, because that's -5, minus b. So y equals -x minus 5. If you wrote y equals -1x plus -5, I'm okay with that. Other people would mark it wrong. On here, follow from here's my 0, 0, up, and that number is 3. There you go. B equals 3. And this is a positive slope. So if I do rise over run, let's see, 6, 9, that rise is 3, and the run is 2, 4. The run is 4. So rise 3, run is 4. Rise over run, m equals 3 over 4. And that's positive. Same equation, y equals m 3/4 x, and since that's positive 3, plus 3. These types of questions are definitely on the extended response part of the test. Just be careful when you're looking at the x and y values. All right, 2 more problems. That's not so bad. Here we go. Graph the following equation. Well, first I need to highlight my y. So take my yellow and go down the y. And this is plus b, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is m, negative 3. M equals negative 3 over 1. So I'm going to rise 3 and go left 1. Rise 3, left 1. Rise 3, 1, 2, 3, left 1. And now I have no more points. So I'm going to go in the opposite. I'm going to drop 3, 1, 2, 3, and go right 1. Drop 3, right 1. All the way across. When I get all the way across, I'm going to grab my ruler. And this is a negative slope because it's going down and to the right. And I write the equation of the line on there. Don't forget to do that part. You have to take this and write it on here. Y equals negative 3x plus 5. Okay, not too bad. Is the point 4, negative 8 on here? Well, let's see. Let's make it bright. 4, negative 8. Ooh, close, very close. No, it is not a point on the line. And I'm going to actually write 4, negative 8 next to my point because I am going to show, that's showing and that's explaining. All right, oh, this does not have a b. I have to add my own b. So 2/3 x plus 0, because you can add 0 and it does not change the number. So b equals 0, ba-bam, and m is 2/3. M equals 2/3. So I'm going to rise 2, and I'm going to run 3. From here, rise 2, run 3, rise 2, run 3. And I got enough points. I didn't need to put points on the other side. Doesn't say I have to. So I am going to connect those dots. And I think that's good. There we go. Put arrows on my equation and write this y equals 2/3 x on the line. Ta-da. That's all there is to it. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Take care.